And is everybody being called to talk about these rocket diagrams at each of the AIZ schools out there? Pick that stuff about pick a high achiever, a low achiever and a middle achiever and talk about stuff? Yeah. I'd be very interested to see how that goes. And only because I keep saying about maths being so multifaceted, about if I had to say what am I going to do for this kid this week and come back and report on it next week, I wonder how fabulous the conversations are. Have you actually been able to do stuff, given that next week we might, or this week we might be doing data or, I don't know, space or something? Yeah, very, very interesting. It's challenging for you, to say the least. All right. Anybody want to add another comment on the rocket diagrams at all? We had a conversation at this table about level B. I've mentioned that to Lena when I was talking to her the other day. Use place value between hundredths and that big number, using words and digits. For me, there's something wrong with that word hundredths at level B, given that it's not until level E that we're doing subtract numbers from hundredths. It's too big a jump, I think, and from A to B, much too big a jump. And Lena said that that hadn't been pointed out to her, and she was going to go away and find out about it. But someone over here, was it you, Carmela? Somebody said that they'd pointed it out at a...
One of our PLT discussions has seemed
in a PLT.
Logical that you would go from numbers below 10 to looking at place value hundreds. Just didn't kind of fit into my...
It's huge jump. Yeah.
No, I can't see that it makes sense.
And if you can use place value to those high numbers, why are you only doing problem solving with addition and subtraction to 99 when you have this wonderful understanding of numbers?
Yeah.
We wonder whether it was a typo.
Could it be money? It would be a money in there.
We don't have hundreds in money though.
No. We're just, Lena, talking about, remember I said to you on the phone the other day about level B seems to have, there's something wrong with that. The jump is too large, and it's been raised by PLTs out there as well.
Yeah. Look, just with my work and going out and observing PLTs in schools, this is sort of a discussion that seems to rear its head all the time. We've had really deep conversations with Patrick about this issue, in that those continuums and those points really doesn't give you enough information to really drive your teaching. Yeah. I don't think. They agree. We've actually, Rain and myself have actually gone out and worked with them and looked at each question and looked at the item, basically an item analysis, and looked at what is this, or a skills report, what is the skill that this question is asking you to do, and then we've actually come up with some strategies to align with it. So it will get better. It will get better.
Oh, and we just had just before you came in a conversation from the group up the back to share with all of us about that what this is providing is the bones by which we're then stimulated to go and collect evidence that, you know, justifies why a kid is there, and to build on that. So, okay, very good. Now, where did I want to take you? We've been there. I want us to now, as evidence, have a think about student work samples. So I haven't shown you these before, I don't think, have I? No? This would be, I hope, what is going to be happening in your professional learning teams, that as the conversations get stronger and stronger and the knowledge of the curriculum gets better and better, and we get better and better as a team working together, that we bring this stuff in, put it on the table and have discussions about what can I see, what is my evidence here suggesting about this kid. Tell me. If I said, what year level do you reckon this is? Yeah, I can't actually remember. It's probably about nearly 2, 3, somewhere like that. Now, tell me what you can tell looking at these kids' work.
Rebecca's very good at that.
Rebecca is very, but she's not sitting next to that other kid. We need to spread Rebecca around the room. Yeah. What would you do with this? I mean, say we were working together as a professional learning team and it was my turn to come and share some student work samples with you. What would be your recommendation to me tomorrow when I go back perhaps to the class and this is what I've tabled?
Purple ones, reading, writing, making or saying.
Sorry?
The purple person, I counted it in tens and ones and then they show it 40 is 80, 3 and 5 is 8 and then 80 plus 8 is 88. They're walking the walk and talking the talk.
Okay, so this is exactly the kind of thing that I want. This would be a sample I could show my kids, yeah?
And the red one.
And the red one as well. So,
Share their strategies with
so
and also have them up as visual cues, like you were saying, you know, we sometimes forget to put them up where they can use it as a reference. And
Yeah.
go back and look at it again and again.
okay, and so I might get this kid and this kid to demonstrate to the class how they worked it out, and then get this kid and this kid, unfortunately that's a subtraction, but get these two kids to see if they could use that strategy now to solve their problem.
I think too, Sue, that the great thing about sorry I can't do it is that the kid knows that it's great for me to say I can't do it, please Sue, I need help with this tomorrow.
That's great too, isn't it?
For kids to acknowledge that I really am not on the same page. I need you. But no, it's about identifying I really don't get it and I need you to help me with this.
So it means for me that's probably a validation that I've got a classroom culture that's pretty okay, yeah? And what were you going to say?
Oh, no, I was just adding to that Rebecca wasn't helping doing it, so they was actually being on their own and stand up and say, oh, I can't do this.
That's right, yeah, okay. What about these ones? Oh, that's very dark, I'm sorry. Can you even see that up the back? This says 71 take 25, 54, and therefore 25 take 71 is 54. Of course, if you know one thing, you know something else. What's going on in this class? I've just done like a whole month teaching these kids to add and subtract, and this is my work samples to share with my team. Do I need to get a job as a taxi driver?
I haven't said that. Well enough to look at the comments.
Let's be on that one.
Speak up.
This one, she's got 51, like 5 and 8 is 13, and they haven't carried the 1. It's down here in the, so obviously it's this section of place value.
Okay.
And that one.
Is this just a misconception?
Well, no, it's not knowing where to put, to carry that 10 and put it, you know, clearly shown.
Okay.
Where we put those 10.
So the process is missing for her, yeah? Anything else that
We understand.
perhaps there's a...
Just the 50, like, so, you know, some kids do say, 50, like, they get confused and they will have an extra digit, like 203 could be 23 because they make it 23, and so that misconception of
Okay.
But also, if she understood the horizontal addition process first, that should counteract that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Maybe that's being missed. Maybe she's gone straight into algorithm. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. So say I'm the this is you know, treat me as if I'm the teacher. Tell me, you're my team. Talk me through.
Obviously, the student hasn't even looked at the answer because she's 35 plus 28 is going to 513, and so we accepted that.
Okay. So what should I be doing as a teacher that I'm making whole?
Is she reading it as...
Maybe she's not reading the 513.
No, she might be reading it as 5 10s and 13 ones, and she has to do that.
Yes. I mean, that could be
okay.
that as well, maybe.
Get the MAB out. Okay. Yeah.